Hey everyone, J.K. White here for the Baseball Rebellion, here to give you another mental marker video in the series. And today we had a question from a parent about how much chest/shoulder rotation should there be to various pitch locations. It's a fantastic question. It gets misunderstood a lot, so we're going to go through it. Now, before we get into it, I want people to understand that this is kind of assuming your footwork is good. Always remember the swing works from the ground up. So if your footwork is incorrect, it's going to throw off the rest of your body, cause your arms and hands to try to compensate for that. So make sure your lower half is in a good place first, and then your head position as well. So I'm going to slide into the batter's box as a right-hander. And from the right side, if we're working on an away pitch, and this is where as a coach/parent, if you can feed consistent pitches to locations, you can work on backside rounds, you can work on pull side rounds pretty effectively. So basically, if I get to just to where I'm pretty stable with my lower half, okay, and I think about rotating to this outside pitch. Now we understand that an outside pitch is still hit out in front of the plate, okay? A big misconception is that the ball travels somewhere past the plate on an outside pitch, and it definitely doesn't. That's getting too deep. We still want to hit that out in front of the plate, but obviously a little bit different than the inside pitch, which we'll get to in a second. So when I rotate to an outside pitch, I'm not going to hit it as late in my rotation, all right? I'm going to hit it later in the pitch, so the ball will be closer to the catcher than an inside pitch. But on an outside pitch, I'm hitting it earlier in my swing. That's why we don't hit the ball as hard to opposite field. So if I line the center of my chest up, it's going to be about towards the second baseman, give or take a couple degrees, okay? So that's kind of a general rule of thumb. If I'm at contact with an outside pitch, a good outside pitch, I want to be chest towards the second baseman and releasing the barrel that way. Okay, if I'm in some other position where my chest is out in front of that position and my barrel's back here behind my hands, I'm in trouble. And anytime I haven't rotated and my hands and arms are compensated for that lack of rotation, then this is not going to be a place where I hit the ball hard at all to that side of the field. Very important to have opposite field training, especially if you're hooking balls to the left side or you're pulling too many balls that are outside pitches. Now, if we swing over to an inside pitch, we're just going to go one drastic pitch to the other. So we went super outside, now we're going super in. The difference, again, is that now I'm going to hit the ball further along in my rotation, so later in my turn, but sooner in the pitch that's coming in. Okay, sometimes that gets a little confusing. So on an inside pitch, I'm going to rotate through, right, making contact way out here in front of the plate. And again, if I look at where my chest is, it's going to be somewhere over the shortstop, again, give or take, depending on how inside. If it's really inside and I don't want to be late to that pitch, I might even hit some balls where I'm halfway between the third baseman and shortstop area, something like that. Either way, we don't want to cut off our turn. You have to remember that our body feeds the bat, all right? Our arms just let the energy travel through and direct it a little bit, right? If we're trying to not turn our body to get to that inside pitch, and I'm thinking hands and knob first, right? I'm trying to manipulate and defeat gravity with a lot of forearm muscle, which just isn't going to work even with the strongest guys at their highest level. So again, turning to outside pitches, right? Not as much because it's away. I'm letting it travel, right? Inside pitches, I'm turning more, okay, where that ball is going to be out in front. My chest is toward the shortstop, all right? And then anything down the middle, really, that's going to be depending on the pitch, height, stuff like that. But either way, we want to be a little bit more shaded towards the pull side, I think, on most middle pitches, and the further it gets away, we might be more towards the second baseman. So do your own video research. Take some video of yourself, look at yourself on some outside pitches. It's important that you have a consistent front tosser or batting practice thrower, because if I really want to make sure I feel that turn every time and get to that inside pitch and exaggerate it, I want to make sure I'm hitting inside pitches. Definitely don't want to try to pull outside pitches. Definitely don't want to try to hit inside pitches away. So make sure your rotation is good, make sure you know where it is, and it's going to help you get balls to the side of the field that you're trying to get to. Thanks a lot.